start. So, hi everyone. So, welcome to the session. And this is the very first session that we are going to start on behalf of PYMA Global, where we'll be having multiple sessions from different countries, from different masters uh, every week. So, we have taken the initiative to form a community as PYMA Global, where we all come on one platform and share our experiences and learn from each other. So in this regard, today is the first session that we are starting, and we'll continue doing the same in the upcoming weeks. So we have Kriti with us, who's from India, Punjab, but currently living in UK. So Kriti will be starting the session today on wonderful topic, limitations and comparison. Yeah, over to you, Kriti.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Um, so yeah, a little bit about me that I started my journey year back, and I was not that much into meditation in the starting, but as I grew with that, I just explored so many things. I was like, what? This can also be done through meditation. So I healed two of my physical problems through it, and the meditation literally got my trust so much that I got my soul mission from my very first experience, that it is to spread the awareness with the youth, to the youth. So here I am, and I'm not sure like how I got to know about her, but everything just connected, and we talked to each other and we started this. But I'm really grateful for each and every one of you over here. We'll start with a prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamādāya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The complete meditation, the complete topic of today is based on this mantra which our ancient people gave to us. So it basically means that we are complete. We have come from the completeness, which makes us purna, which makes us complete. So how can we say that we are limited? We can't do something. Please write it in the chat. One thing that you think a human being can't do. It can be anything. I can name 10 right now. Just anything that you think a human being can't do. All of you think we can do everything? We can't disappear. Oh, everyone wants to disappear. Can't live long. Okay. Anything else? But don't we do exactly the same thing in Dhyan? Don't we just disappear from our being when we are in meditation? We are somewhere else. Can't live long. Okay, I am not living long, but our yogis do. I have that thing. They used to eat mercury, which is very secret knowledge though. But yes, they used to eat mercury with some red powder to just live long. Can't go back to past. I have seen my past lives, and I'm sure many of you would have. So we can go into the past. We can see what we did wrong, why we have this karma today. So the point of you all asking this is that this is the limitation of our human body. But why we do dhyan is, why we do meditation is to learn who we are. We all know that we are not this human body and we are gonna go. But still, we have this thing in our mind that I can't talk to my parents because they are so far away. But how are you able to feel their love being so away from them? I'll give you one simple test of this. So have this has happened to me a lot of times, and I'm sure with many of you it might have happened that you think something, suppose of a startup idea. It was two times the startup idea I thought, and within a week I have not shared it with anyone. I have not written anywhere. I have not searched it on internet. But after a week or a two, I'm able to see it on my feed. Now you can't say that it's meta algorithm, that I searched something or I spoke to someone and they heard it and it came onto my feed. No, I didn't speak to anyone. Why did it came onto my feed? What is going on which I don't know, which we don't know? Can anyone answer the mechanism behind it?
Maybe you still have the vibes around you, which is making it happen.
Yeah, law of attraction, yes. So it's something like you have a frequency, exactly, what we everyone call as vibes. What exactly it is? It is the aura, isn't it? It is the energy field. It is that EMF field, electromagnetic field that we all have, which is not only meters long, but kilometers long. That actually helps us to feel that love, feel that connection with our parents, with our family, with our friends, even if we are kilometers, thousands of kilometers away. So when you are thinking, I'll come back to this example again. When you are thinking of something and someone else is also going through that same problem and connect with that same frequency, they will be able to catch your idea because you both have same frequency, and that is how people meet. You remember, we all are in colleges or maybe in schools. So how do we make friends out of hundreds of people? How come some of us only we got best friends? Why? We say that our vibe matched. What does that mean? Out of those hundred of people, we go to only one or two or three of them because they are attracting us. Their energies, that frequency which they have in their system, it's matching with us. And that is how we all connect. So that is what this thing is. Out of no communication, with so much of distance, we are able to connect. How can we say that we are limited? How can we say that we can do only this much? We can't go there, we can't do that. We can travel astrally. We can go in between the sun and we won't be burnt. We can go the deepest of the oceans and we won't be submerged. Literally, from where does these limitations come? Some are of our births, which we take from our parents, that are the genes, ancestral ones. And some are basically when our parents say, don't do that, otherwise, I'll tell your father. Even if my father won't say anything to me, but still, I have that fear in me that if I'll do that, my mother is going to tell my father and I'm going to be scolded, even though my father has never scolded me and he will never do that. But that fear of not telling that thing to my parents has increased so much till now in teenage, in the next lives, in the like you can say in the teenage and the adulthood, that I wasn't able to do that. I wasn't able to communicate to my parents. Why is that? That fear which got created in the childhood, in during my birth, that fear of my mother having that, what if it is a girl? What if my family wants a boy? All of these energies accumulate. All of this energies accumulate. These belief systems are literally not ours, but either they are through our past lives, as we mentioned. Now, you mentioned that we can't go to the past. Really? We can go to the past. How many of you have seen your past lives? Any past life? Just yes or no would be fine. Or just this would be fine. No one? How is that possible? Really? Nandkishore ji, Raghav, Shamika? Yeah. I know that it was on your face, Nandkishore ji, that you have seen when you're not saying something. Yes. So it's not like that past lives will be seen by everyone, but that's another topic. But yes, we can go to the past, we can see what we did wrong, why this karma currently, which we are facing. If you are here, if you're listening to me, that means that there is something that you got connected with the energy. This message was sent to so many of the people, with thousands of people, but why only you are here? There is something that you might want from this one. Your soul desires from this one, the message you want to take from this session. Maybe you have received it, maybe you not. Now, someone thought of, no, someone knew about the placebo effect? I
Yes.
think a lot of, can you please tell what is it?
When we think something is like when we take a medicine, but it's not really a medicine, but our mind thinks it is, and we like heal even though we didn't eat any medicine per se,
Yeah,
in
so we
terms
can
of,
basically heal ourselves by just thinking that we are okay.
yeah.
So now, does anyone knows about nocebo effect? Hmm. Does anyone knows about nocebo? Nocebo. Okay, this was new to me as well. So nocebo effect is that you thinking, making the worst of the situation, even though it is not, and you might even think so much that you can basically make yourself sick even though you are healthy. So I was kind of reading it. It has no context in this session, but I still feel that you guys should know. This is your soul's plan book. In this, I got to read about this nocebo effect, and here it's mentioned that some of us, because of our past lives, we have so much of negative things in our mind that we think. I used to also have that. That let me be sick only. Only then my mother will be like, she will hug me, she'll cuddle me, she will take care of me so much because she's busy so much in the work all the time. But if I'll be sick, she will all the time she'll be with me. She will cook the best meals for me because my doctor used to say, give her everything she wants, even if it is fries. She'll make fries for me at home or burger at home, but it should be home cooked. So the attention you get as a child at that time, that was nocebo effect. Even though I used to be perfectly fine, but because of just thinking that I want to be sick, because of the love, I just attracted that fever, and that to 105, that my father had to take the leave from his job and take me to the doctor. That is what the power of our thought is. All of this kahani and everything I told you was to tell you what the power of our thought system is, how we create the thought forms. Have you ever, I'm not sure about which Veda, but there is one Ved that is basically written just by thought. Anyways, like all the Vedyas also wrote Ramayana and Mahabharata by his third eye only. But there is one cloud outside our earth or universe, you can say, where each and everything that each and every one of us think is present in a form there. It can be positive, it can be negative, it can be anything. Like I mentioned in the very first example, that you just thought about something, it goes into that cloud, it just reaches there. And now, any person on this earth, if he or she has the same frequency, they are going to attract that thing towards them. And that is what the law of attraction is. Attracting the same frequency. How can they say that we are limited? I don't know. Because I feel that we can do literally anything. Law of attraction teaches us, law of like manifestation teaches us that even if you are a beggar, you can become a millionaire. How? Law of attraction. How can we be limited? Literally, like, how much time do we even spend with our thoughts daily? I'm not talking about meditation over here. I'm really not talking about it. It can be any activity. Please tell me how much time any one of you spend with just your thoughts, just sitting with your thoughts, doing nothing, no phone, no talking with someone else, just sitting and be with your thoughts. How much time do you spend in a complete day? I know we all are busy, but 1 minute would also be fine. Is there any number? Seriously, no one? Please don't tell me. No one sits? Are you guys overthinkers that can't sit with their thoughts or what? 15 minutes, that's very nice. So if you can unmute yourself and tell me, like, what exactly do you do? Not the specifics, just do you do journaling? Do you write your thoughts? Or do you just think about the next day or the current day? What do you do basically? Or just go through what happened today?
Yeah, this exactly the like what has happened today, like how it had happened, what was the reason behind it and all that.
So would you consider that to be thinking or overthinking?
I think it's overthinking.
Okay, so like, do you just go into what can be the worst out of it and what can be the best out of it? Is that the case?
No, I like to analyze a lot of things, like how it has happened, what's the reason behind it.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So your case is different, Preet. It's very nice that even if you know that you're an overthinker, you're sitting with your thoughts. The people who are actually overthinkers can't sit with their thoughts. It's too much for them that they got flooded with the thoughts, and that is why they can't be in meditation. Because the very first thing they got to attract in meditation is the thoughts. And the hardest part is to not engage with them. And the overthinker can't do that because they have been engaging with them the complete day.
Exactly.
Exactly. So if you are overthinker, you mentioned that if any one of here is an overthinker, I have an activity for you. Start journaling. I know it's a very basic thing, but it's very, very helpful. I don't do currently, but I used to do it and it has really helped me to open up the pores of my brain. It can be anything. The basic one is just write the emotions you felt the complete day. If you felt anger and then you felt guilt that why did I got angry? It was nothing to be got. Like it has to do nothing. Maybe some another thing triggered your anger. Maybe you were very happy without no reason. Write it down and then categorize them. It's for you. You don't have to tell even a single soul about it. Just write it down. Do your journaling. When you have to do this, you have to do this before going to bed. Just 5 to 10 minutes of your time before going to bed. Like if you have this habit of reading a book, just read a book for half an hour, 45 minutes, and then do your journaling. Write all your emotions which you felt. You don't have to write complete big sentences. This happened, that happened, he said to me, blah blah blah. No, 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 nothing like that. Just the emotions: guilt, anger, flana, dimka, everything. Just wrote it down, the positive ones and the negative ones. And then out of those, what you want to exempt. If you were extra helpful, no, just write it down, because giving extra help is also sometimes negative for you. Just write it down and just work on one single thing the next day. If you got angry, be very conscious with that person with whom you got angry, on that situation. because you have to break the pattern. Because if this will keep on working again and again and again and again, you will pass on to your next generation. Because our parents have passed it on to us and we are already suffering. We are the ones who have to release this from our system. So this is one exercise I had for all of you. Now, have your parents ever compared you? Leave it, not your parents. Our parents always compare you, Sharma ji ka ladka and everything. But let's talk about ourselves. Have you ever compared yourself with anyone? With your colleague, with your neighbor, with your friend, anyone? I'm sure there will not be even a single soul who have not compared. Can you please write yes to acknowledge it, to have the accountability that you have compared yourself, to at least know that, because if we won't understand our flaws, if we won't take the accountability of our flaws, we will never be able to actually remove them from our system. This is the first thing, and that is why the journaling practice is. You have to first identify them, only then you will be remove them. So this comparison, why does it came? The very first prayer, which means that you came from the fullness, you are the fullness, and there is nothing that is missing. When we compare, suppose I am comparing with Yamini, that she has a very great specs. That's it. Simple thing. She has a very great specs. So this means that I don't have that much great specs, isn't it? Only then that thought can come into my mind that she has a better one than me. This comparison came onto me because I felt that thing is missing from me. Now come to a quality. Suppose Yamini is very tall. Suppose she is very tall. Okay. And I'm very short. Now I will be always comparing with her, even though that is not my mistake. I have not done anything to be short. She might have not done anything to be tall. But still I'm comparing. Why? Why is that? Because I have not owned my flaws till now. Because I still feel that I am not complete. Because I feel if I will be tall, only then I'll be able to achieve something. And this is what our parents used to do. If there are any parents, no objection, nothing. But it was their parenting. They always wanted their children to be perfect. And there is nothing wrong in that. We also want to be perfect. And that is why we are comparing us with others. And this thing came, then this thing comes when we think that we want more love, we want more validation. Exactly this same guidance came into the meditation as well. Even like मैं अपना example देती हूँ, I'll give you my own example that I used to ask my parents if I am looking good in this dress, if this t-shirt is looking good on me. You know what happened after this? When I left my home, I didn't even know what color do I like. I don't know what looks good on me. It took me 2 years just to identify what color looks good on me. It's a very simple example. It's a very simple one. But when it comes to a bigger decisions in your life, we start comparing us with others because this was put into us. And this can only go away. You can only let go when you know that you are complete, when you know that you are made of fullness, when you know that you love yourself. There's what self-love comes in, that you own your flaws. What if I'm short? What if I don't have specs as good as Yamini? What if? Doesn't matter. She might not have qualities that I have, but it's completely okay. Was Arjun exactly the same as Sri Krishna? No. But still, did Sri Krishna said to Arjun that, Arjun, you won't be able to do it, just leave it? No. He did trigger him that, Arjun, you are a Kshatriya. You have to do this. This is your duty. But Arjun listened to him because he knew that he comes from him. When he showed his complete avatar to Arjun, when he said that you are the only person who I'm going to show this avatar to you, he was just completely amazed to see that version. From where does that comparison comes? He didn't compare himself with the teachers then. When Krishna actually said that, Arjun, you are doing everything for me. You are surrendering onto me. When we actually see the mistakes, we actually see all of the things that this thing, why is it happening to me? Why only me? Dear, because you chose it. Because you want to learn from it. And that is exactly what the guidance came in meditation as well. We chose everything. Not even if you have saw the Mahabharat, at the end there was that one leaf that was beneath the Sri Krishna's feet. Not even a patta, not even a leaf goes here and there without that supreme power. How do you feel that? How can you even think that the problems in your system are coming just like that? No, dear. We all have selected that. And they are repeating again and again because we are not learning from them. We are not stopping comparing ourselves with others. We are not starting to love ourselves. We want others to love us. That's exactly the guidance was. Remove that bubble. We all have that bubble around us, which we want someone to take care of, someone to caress. But instead, it's us who have to prick it from inside. Okay. Yep. That was all from me. That it's a beautiful message in the meditation as well as from today's session, which you have to take. That start loving yourself. Only then you will be able to own your flaws. Then only you will be able to love yourself and others. Because this heart center, this heart is only meant for love, nothing else. We all live in this dual world, in this duality, and it is meant to be like that. But it is us, the youth, the meditators, the people who have to spread this awareness that, guys, please start meditating. Please start spreading love. Even if you don't meditate, at least have compassion towards each and every being. Don't compare yourself with others. Don't compare someone with someone else. And this can only happen when you will start seeing everyone equal. I can share a beautiful story, but I think it's time. But we all know, I'll just take 2 minutes of your more time. That we all know that this how much things are going on all over the world, in Kolkata, in Bihar, everything, whatever is happening. I won't name it, but we all know that it is meant to be. We say or we don't say it, it is meant to be. If we won't fight within us, no one is going to fight for us. We have to fight within. We have to make us strong from within, from here, from a mental level. People say that, Kriti, you don't hear to the news. I don't have to. Why should I be in fear all the time? What good is that giving it to me? I'm not gaining anything from it. I'm just losing my energy over it. Do you think we gain anything from the news? Nothing. We don't gain anything. It's just fear that we create in us, in the people around us, everywhere. There's already so much hatred, so much negativity around us. Why do we want to have it in ourselves now? Just spread love. which is very less. Yep. So now we can take Q&A. If any one of you have any questions, if you want to share your experience of meditation, anything. Yes, Yamini.
First of all, thanks for the session. So I have missed first 15 minutes because I joined late. Like I have seen the messages in group. So I just thought like, let's see like, what is in it. Recent days I was trying to do meditate. Like as you said before, like someone will be overthinker. Like I'm the one. So because I think like I just feel like my thoughts are like never ending. Like after one there will be other. I just feel like, oh my god, I was unable to concentrate on anything. It was like bunch of, it's like flooding like anything. If this what is extreme bad happens, it's like I never think of positive these days because there are many things happening in one's life. Like I just feel like, okay, this worst will happen, what if this happens? This is the worst thing, okay, let it be like that. But I started doing meditation because one of my brother told like you can do it. Once I started doing it, yes, it was really working good. But I have one question about this. When we meditate, obviously we will get some thoughts, right? Like obviously we'll think of at least one thought. So some when that one thought starts, we think of other thing. We think of next thing. We know that like I think like okay, you are going somewhere, you just come, you have to come back again, you have to start it again. Like how can we at least stop, the number of thoughts at least in the meditation? Like do you have any suggestion
Yeah,
for
so
it?
before that, I want to tell you that I was the biggest overthinker I can ever see, I can ever feel. And that is why, even though the topic is never overthinking, but it always comes in the sessions because I used to be, I can't keep that separate from me. And exactly as you mentioned, that's why, I can feel that you just flood yourself with all the thoughts when you sit with the meditation because at that time, your man is just wants to be like jumping here and there. And at that time, you are empty, you are free. You are like, yeah, I can engage with anything. And your man be like, yeah, of course, I have thoughts. And before that, I want to tell you what really helped me was self love. How can you do self love? Do your skincare. Take 15-20 minutes of skincare. Pamper yourself up. Go on a walk daily. Don't miss it. Whether it be a morning, whether it be a evening. You have to be closest to the nature. Only then, like nature is the best healer. Go and hug a tree. Where do you live exactly?
Paderborn, Germany.
Germany. Yeah, you can. They are very beautiful trees. So go and hug a tree because there's literally no better healer than that. There's a very beautiful grass as well in abroad. So you can walk on that grass, have some plants nearby you. This really, really, really helps. If you are close to the nature, you will immensely feel very positive inside of you. And those thoughts will actually go from your conscious mind. What you are actually mentioning is subconscious mind, that in the meditation that thoughts come. If those won't be in your conscious mind, your subconscious mind will be free. And whenever it's very difficult, I know in the starting it's very, very difficult. How much time you are in meditation right now?
Today I just did for some 15 to 20 minutes.
No,
I'm
like for
chanting
how
some
long
mantra.
you been doing? It's been 1 month, 2 months.
It's been like 3 months.
Okay, so now that time might be there that you might be
Oh,
able
it's
to.
not like I was doing continuously. Some days there
Okay,
might be some break, and then it's not like
okay.
it's how it was
I know
going.
it's very difficult, but yes. So what really helps is be conscious of your breathing for some time till you are able to sit properly, till you are able to not focus on your breath and just go on upper stage, but to relax your body. What you can do is visualize yourself anywhere, the most beautiful place in the world. whatever you feel comfortable with. It can be a lake in front of you, it can be a beautiful tree on top of you, it can be a squirrel, it can be anything. Just make a mental picture of that place and sit there. Play any classical music, because classical music is very good for healing. If you are not a music person, you can do this flowing water thing as well. This really helps. Believe me, this really helps. You will really feel that the water is pouring on top of you. And whenever you get one thought, consciously come on your breathing. Just see that the breathe in is going in and going out. You just focus on here, literally here, with your closed eyes. Just focus on over here. It will take a few minutes to just completely go empty, but once you do, those thoughts will not come. It will take some time to come on that stage that thoughts are just flowing like water and you're not engaging with them, but it will take time. For first, you have to focus on your breath. That is the only mantra it's there in the Anapanasati Dhyan. You have to focus on your breath, because if you're engaging with the thoughts, that means that you're not focusing on the breath.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Kriti. It was a wonderful session. Um, the way you shared about comparison, limitations, so everything was very wonderful, and the way you expressed was also very positive. So really enjoyed your session. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.